I really like that book. I wish more people would read this. This story, man, I like this story so much. Oh, boys and girls, Mr. B here. Just thinking about a story that we read that I really, really like. You know this one, Daedalus and Icarus. Remember that one? Yeah, I think you do. And in fact, today I want to go ahead and talk about what we do when we read stories that we're so excited about. We want to give someone our opinion about it. I'm talking about books that we love or stories that we love. Okay? So, let me show you how to go ahead and to recommend stories or books that you loved other people and give your opinion about them. Let's look right here. And I can get closer. And it says, again, recommend books or stories that you love. What do? What's the first thing you do? Okay, first thing you do, introduce the book and the main character. What's the name of the book? Who is the main character or characters in the story or book? Number two, retell the big things that happen, not the tiny details like he tied his shoes, whatever. No, big things that happen, the important things. Don't give away the ending. If you do that, the person may be tempted not to read the story or the book. That's just the way it is. Number three, pass along the lesson in the book. Remember we said that books at the end are like fortune cookies, that they have a lesson to teach us, such as better to be friends with a poor man than be enemies with a rich one. I just made that up. So, again, if you want to recommend books you love, you need to try and follow these 3 points. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, so here I am talking to Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird, this is a great book, Greek myths. I mean, I really love it a lot. My kids, we've read it many times. And there's particularly a good story called Daedalus and Icarus. Let me tell you, Mr. Bird, all about that. Well, number one, Daedalus and Icarus, it's a Greek myth that's thousands of years old. And the main characters are Daedalus and Icarus. Okay, let me retell the story to you, Mr. Bird, the big details. Well, Daedalus is an inventor, and his son and he are asked to go to a Greek kingdom to invent something for the king of that kingdom. But it turns out to be a maze that people are put into and they can't get out of, and the Minotaur, which is a half man, half bull, eats them. Well, Daedalus, being a non-violent man, doesn't like that whatsoever. He goes, I want to leave. I don't want to be here any longer. The king says, I'm sorry, you can't leave because you're the only person who knows how to get out of my maze. You may tell other people, and I can't have them stay there and get eaten by the Minotaur, half man, half bull. You and your son have to stay here, but don't worry, you're going to have your own home, like an apartment, food, clothing, furniture, okay, manuscripts, music, whatever you want. You'll be happy. Well, Daedalus and Icarus, they stay in their home for a while, and it's nice, but they don't want to stay there, and the king is always asking Daedalus to invent more things for him. So one day, Daedalus is thinking, wow, it's just that I'd like to get out of here. He's looking out one of his windows, and he sees the birds flying. And he wonders to himself, I wonder if I could imitate the birds in some way and fly with my son, Icarus, from this kingdom and go back home. And being a great inventor, he figures out a way. Now, Mr. Bird, I'm going to stop there because what happens is really exciting. And it may not be what you think is going to happen. But I'll tell you this. At the end of the story, there is a lesson, a moral. Actually, there are 2. The first is, listen to your parents. They've been around longer than you. Okay, they know a lot, and they want only the best for you. So listen to them. Second is, don't boast. Don't be prideful. Because if you do, something not good may happen to you. And those are the two lessons. Now, did I follow what I wrote over here? Did I introduce the book? Yes, I did. I told the title, Daedalus and Icarus. Did I talk about the two main characters, Daedalus and Icarus? Yes, I did. I even told, where it takes place, in a Greek kingdom thousands of years ago. Number two, did I retell the big things that happened? Yeah, I did. I talked about basically they were called there because the king wanted Daedalus to invent a maze. Daedalus did it. The king said he couldn't go. They wanted to leave the island. He saw some birds flying. He got an idea that maybe I could do something like the birds and escape. I did that. Number three, did I pass along the lesson, the fortune cookie? Yes, I did. I said, number one, listen to your parents. Number two, don't be prideful. Don't be boastful. I did everything. So, boys and girls, I encourage you today and every day, for all these years to come, when you read a story or a book that you like, give your opinion to somebody else. It could be someone at your home, be someone on the phone, okay? And just let them know. Go ahead. Tell them the name of the story or book, the main characters. Retell the story, but give only the big details. Don't give the ending. And at the end, give them the fortune cookie lesson, the moral. And challenge them to read that book. I'm going to think about a book that maybe I'll read later. I don't know, Raymond Chandler, Jane Austen, another ancient Greek myth.